Yeah. What are we doing here? Well, why?
Hmm.
Eh.
Why do you think this temple is so hated?
Because people get stuck on it and they have trouble completing it.
Is it too confusing?
I think it's just that they just don't understand the puzzles. They're having trouble figuring out what the puzzles are. Oh snap.
Do you think it's kind of tedious after a while once you figured it out?
Huh? What?
You think the puzzles are quite tedious, even though once you figure it out, do you think it's very troublesome at times?
No, I think I just feel stupid because it was an obvious thing. The one of two things that people have trouble with is just an obvious thing.
Pausing the switch between.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the things, like, being very annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's, like, just being alright, because, like, there's two keys in a hidden place that doesn't really think. One of them requires, like, memory, like, okay, I need to remember that position.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people forget about it and don't come back to it for long, and once they remember it or stumble across it, is when they're like, oh, this took forever for me to do this. And another one is just because it requires you to pay attention during a cutscene to look at, and if you don't, people don't pay attention and they don't realize, oh, I needed to go there.
You think the 3DS made this dungeon much better?
They made it slightly faster. I don't say they fixed anything, because they didn't. All they did. The 3DS didn't make this better. All it did was make this less time consuming. And even then, that's probably only about maybe like 10 minutes less. I would say you could probably go through this as a casual player. I would say you could probably go through this maybe 10 minutes faster in the 3DS version to the.
Because you're not stopping and pausing. Because they made the iron boots a separate.
They made
item.
the boots separate items.
Yeah, which you don't have to hit pause. You can just hit the button.
Have it, yeah, a quick one of your inventory slots, not so inventory slots, like quick slots things.
Mm-hmm.
So they give you an extra in the 3DS version of both games of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. They did give you an extra slot.
Yeah, it gives you a fourth slot to deal with.
But they did take away one of those quick access to just hit a button. But like that's what they had to do because there wasn't another button for them to put there.
Mm-hmm.
So they added an extra item slot to put on, but they didn't what's it called? They took away one of your quick access just to hit a button to start using the item.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, kind of a fair trade.
Yeah, you have to give up something to gain something, I suppose.
Ocean Man.
Get something to lose something. You have to lose something to get something. To find is to lose, and lose is to find.
Ocean Man.
Now,
forward to the corner of.
Now, if I remember
ocean.
correctly,
I don't remember the lyrics.
Say what?
I don't remember the lyrics of that song.
What's that?
Ocean Man.
Oh, I don't remember the song. You know, if the music's playing, I would remember it probably.
Ocean Man. It's like Ocean Man, take me by the hand and lead me to the land. Oh, Ocean Man, forge to the corner of the ocean, Ocean Man. A miniature guitar solo. The crust of a tan man embedded by the sand, Ocean Man. I think and then it just repeats.
Hmm.
There. Do you remember it now? Huh.
No, not really. I'm sure I will, no doubt.
It's an amazing song. You know.
I'm sure it was for its time, I guess.
I don't even remember when that song came out.
Yeah, by quite a while.
I'd say somewhere around 20 years, 30 years. I would say 20 to, I would say more like 25.
Probably.
Somewhere around 20 to 30, somewhere in between. I want to say mostly around 25.
Probably. Now, if mistake me if I am wrong, but
mistake
me.
All right.
But correct me if I'm wrong. That's the correct way, but mistake me. But I think in the Master Quest version they throw an extra key in here that you can possibly, you possibly can beat this dungeon with a spare key. And that's not because you can like skip like something like out of order or something like that. I think they added an extra key for whatever reason in here. Or is it because you can skip something over?
I think they added they might have added a lock to another door that wasn't locked in the original, and that's why they added the extra key. Because in the Master Quest version,
but
they
must have put it in a room that that's not very important for people to go in through. Where there's not an incentive to go through the door. That they decided to skip it where you can beat the dungeon with the spare key.
I don't even think you can get with a spare key. I think you have to use all keys.
Now, I specifically kind of remember reading something that I think it's the Water Temple, and it's only in the Master Quest version because they redesigned the dungeons and whatnot. That I don't,
well,
I just
layout.
Yeah, they redesigned it, but I can't remember. What it was redesigned. Either that you can beat the temple, you can beat the Water Temple with a spare key in your inventory, or they added an extra key in the inventory, in which you are you're gonna end up getting a spare key regardless, even if you went through everything supposedly correct.
That's where Ruto was, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think I need to go here yet. The title of the episode is Ocean Man, by the way.
What's that?
The title of the episode is going to be Ocean Man.
Sure. Even though we're in a lake.
I think ocean's kind of the same thing. They're both a body of water. The ocean's bigger than a lake, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the real big difference. What's a lake and what's an ocean? An ocean is a larger body of water than a lake.
Yeah, here.
Alright, now we're here for a gold sculpture, which is one of three that we're looking for. I think now we're looking for two more.
Nope, we're missing 3 more.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's see here.
And I think I know where the 3 are at.
Oh, I'm sure we'll run across them.
Yeah, I know 3 of them I can get. I don't remember if there's a 4th one somewhere around here or not. I think I know 4 of them in this general area.
Mm-hmm.
In Lake Higher, including Water Temple, I think there's 3 in the actual Water Temple, and there's an adult. There's 1 outside of it.
Yeah, I think there's 1 in here, all the way at the tippy top.
Is there?
Yeah, all the way to the top.
I don't remember that. Okay, then there's 5. I could get in this general area.
Yeah.
But I'm only gonna get 4 of them. And I already got 1 of them. Just need to get 3 more. Because the Master Quest, this dungeon, it gets annoying. I got stuck in like 30 minutes.
Is it worse than normal?
I would say mainly just because I got stuck for like 30 to 40 minutes on a puzzle, then I guess, yeah, sure. I guess it would be worse, wouldn't it?
Now, this year, I think, confused a lot of people.
Yeah, this is the one thing where I said that people don't pay attention to cutscenes, and they usually skip a key. This is it.
Yeah, I think this is where...
This is one of the two things that people have trouble with.
Yeah, I think this is what gives people the most problems.
One of the two things.
Because I think I kind of remember this giving me problems, because...
oh, so it gave me problems, too.
Because I don't think it didn't. All it shows the platform is going up, and I don't think people really stop to think. Well, maybe there's something underneath the thing.
Well, it did show the cutscene. It did show the empty thing. It zoomed in on the empty cutscene.
It did show up into the empty. Because I think people just remember coming up, but I don't think nobody really thought too much of.
Because when you saw the thing coming up, you saw there was an empty hole down the space, and people just wouldn't think much about that when they see that.
Or probably wasn't paying too much attention.
Yeah, and that would get me confused because I didn't think, oh, well, I guess obviously like that empty hole, or like pay attention to the exact cutscene and see like, oh, there's something there, I must go down there. Yeah. All I saw was, oh, the thing's rising.
And it's a platform for me to get up there to jump on. And that's the only point for it. Oh, this conveniently lifts up so I can get on the platform and keep going back up. And it never occurred to me it might be covering up a hole.
So that's one of the two things.
If I remember correctly, I think that part, I think that's what got me stuck here, because I was missing the key or something. Well, and I just don't know where it was. And that's probably just me not paying attention to what the cutscene was showing.
So now we're going to go get the other key that gives the second most problem thing about this sample that gives people problems.
Mm-hmm.
Go back down there real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's only if you pay attention to where you're looking, and you kind of have to do.
No.
You do have to kind of remember. Go, okay, I had to, when I swim up here after I met Ruto, there is a middle part where you can blow through it, but hopefully you're looking. That's all you can do. It's like you probably want to hope that somebody kind of paid attention, because this whole thing was covered in water, and it may have blurred in with the water, so it's kind of hard to tell.
And that's the second most problem thing that people have, as simple as this key. Mm-hmm. And then that goes to the two hardest part about this dungeon.
Yeah, everything else, I think it should be fine, as long as you remember. Pay attention what you see and remember. I think that's the two things. I think that's why people always. I think people at the time either A, didn't really stop to think, or I don't think the game kind of does at times well enough job to kind of to help you to make it a little bit more obvious. It's like, oh hey, maybe if when that block was moving, I think there should have been a cutscene to where it would make it much easier. If they shot it in a different angle, I think it probably would have been more easier for people to stop to think about that. Now, on that wall thing, I think they made it a little. If it had just been a door rather than like an explodable wall, I think that probably would fix something.
No, a door wouldn't have helped. A door would have made it less tricky.
Why is that?
Because that would I don't want to put the that would what's it, or make it pointless of going back and lowering up to the middle platform.
Why would it make it pointless?
Because you can open doors on the water.
Sure.
Yeah, so that means if you climb up for the first part after Ruto, then you see a door. Oh, quit my higher boots, go there into the door, and that's it.
I guess
and that wouldn't been as difficult, but you can't use bombs on the water.
No, because you still need the key anyway. You still would have had a point, and it would probably take away. It would take away the backtrack problem. To me personally, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Making a door would have made it less challenging and made you like, oh, I gotta remember that.
Yeah, and make it less challenging. And
probably just
adding
a door there would have.
But at the same time, I think they could have done better with it.
But I don't think a door was it making it better. Or a door was, it just makes it easier. Make the puzzle easier. You wouldn't have to remember it and have it come back. You could have gotten it right then and there. So I honestly don't think a door would have fixed it. Yeah, I'm so good at getting IFT off of the bomb.
Now there's a reason why you did that. I think you need a long shot for that. I think it's too far.
That's why I need IFT. You're meant to get a long shot. But if you do it right, you can actually get it. You have to hit it at a certain angle. Oops. I've never had that happen before. It doesn't like count them out of bounds?
No, I think that's as far as you're meant to fall until the screen says that you have to transition out before you're supposed to realize that.
Wow, that looks tough. Remember, you can like barely make it.
Yeah, I got it.
Told you. Those aren't my skills. Yeah, same thing with something I actually never knew before after watching a 100% speedrun done by an amazing player at this game called ZFG. Showing in the fire temple where I was having trouble with the thing of the scarecrow.
Yeah.
Is that at a precise angle with the long shot, you could skip that.
What, the majority of the temple?
No, the skipping the scarecrow.
Oh.
Because you know how if you go up there's a platform, you have to hook shot and it rises up.
Yeah,
if there's at a certain angle, you can actually hook that shot and skip the whole entire thing. But it's like a very precise angle and you barely have enough time to reach it. I'm stupid, I forgot a key. Right? Don't you need a key to go into Darkling store?
I don't remember.
You know what? Let's go check out. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you need.
Look and see from here.
I gotta go up there. I'm pretty sure you need a. Actually, no, because you don't need a key for most mini boss doors, right?
I don't think so. Maybe in Majora's Mask, yes.
Dang it. Here's a little puzzle that might trick you. You gotta hit that thing back and then come over it.
Yeah.
And then hit the again. Okay, I'm close enough. I can hit a shot.
Save those arrows.
I'm gonna need that. Totally gonna need that.
Yeah, it's a little.
I wasted some with the stupid tech type.
I think that's when you hit the arrow. No.
You can hit the thing with a shot a lot more than you think you can.
Doesn't look like it.
What do you mean?
Like, no, the key to the boss door.
Oh. Okay, I would just... Okay. I was just thinking... Yeah. I don't know why I thought this was one. So yeah, let's go.
Yeah. And now to probably one of the funner things in this game.
This is like my favorite boss fight because if you... It also... Multiple things. If you look here, you see how Link has a reflection?
Mm-hmm.
Just keep looking, and look what happens. It's just gone. Once you cross the tree, it's gone.
Huh. You know, I don't think I've ever stopped to look.
Yeah, I've never noticed that before, and he just stands there. He doesn't do it until either one, you go right up to him, or you lock onto him.
Yeah. But the thing is, it doesn't copy the Goron sword, which is kind of disappointing. No, I think this boss fight works kind of weird, because it kind of mimics what you're doing a little bit, but not only that, it mimics the hearts that you currently possess right now. Not like
no, it doesn't.
No, it reflects your health.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Nope. You only have a total of 9 hits. 9. Each time you kill him, like you have to kill like 9 forms of him. See? I just did.
Was that 9 of them? Did you just? I don't.
It might be 9 with like the Master Sword, but it might be like maybe half that with. The
I always thought it reacts. I thought I saw something about speed running about taking out Dark Link pretty quickly. And some people actually drain their hearts all the way down and get them in one hit.
Oh, I thought you mean like his total amount of health is depending on your total amount of health, not how much you currently have.
No, it's
then
what
actually,
you have
then
at the
maybe
moment.
yeah. I always thought he had 9 hits, but with the big Goron sword, like it would like take half that. Or no, I might have just made that up.
Probably.
I guess yeah, it does. It would make more sense to be taking up half of your like depending on what you have.
Mm-hmm. I thought I've heard somebody said that. I thought his health matches the health you currently have once you enter the room. But you want to call an episode here?
Why?
Well, we're going like past 20 minutes.
So everyone loves the water temple.
But if they love it so much, why don't we give them a 2-parter?
No, people hate